Today on Slow Mo we've broken out of the studio to somewhere far more exotic to bring you something quite special. So today we've joined Angela Griffiths, who owns Greyfriars Veterinary Rehabilitation Referrals. So what are we actually going to see today?
You're going to see a number of different dogs swimming, and you're going to see how they move in the water. We use the buoyancy of the water because it unweights them and it takes strain off their joints and makes it much more comfortable for them to move. But it also means that they have to work hard. So it's like going to the gym and working out against weights, that kind of thing. So it helps us to grow muscle and to increase their core strength.
And what have we got going on behind us here?
We've got a large heated swimming pool. Because it's heated, it helps to make dogs move more comfortably, increases the blood supply to their peripheral areas, their limbs, which aids with reducing pain and also helps them move more easily.
So we think of doggy paddle that we quite often do when we're learning to swim.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any different kinds of doggy paddle, or is it sort of just...
they all have their own
technique?
particular style, and you'll see different dogs moving quite differently. And the difference between swimming and on land is when they're swimming, they're really using their front end very strongly. They're reaching forward and they're pulling themselves through the water. They're using their chest muscles, and they use their hind limbs as little as possible, unless we give them some challenge or some work to do.
Fantastic. Well, first up we've got Wooster.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed he does the job for us.
Yes. Get it! Find it! Find it! Find it! There it is! Get on!
So we're currently joined by a new scamp called Brewster, who is rather speedier than the golden retrievers, and it's been interesting watching him because he seems to move quite fast, almost like a sprinter, and he seems to be doing that rotary gallop, so right, left, left, right, left in a big sort of circle, which is what they do when they're really going very fast on the ground, and he's doing just the same in the water.
Quite tricky today trying to film these guys just because they're having such a great time. You don't really know where they're going to go. They've not got a kind of predestined path that they're going to follow. So it's great seeing them have fun, but it can be a bit hairy trying to catch them.
So with us now we've got a ridgeback called Barney. Ridgebacks have been designed for hunting, for being big muscly dogs. And dogs normally when they're walking around on the land use their hind limbs, their big old flanks to run really quickly. We saw that in the greyhounds. But in the water they're back to front really. They need to drive themselves forward with their front limbs. So Barney's really stretching out just the same way we do really. So next up we've got Lizzy, who's a spaniel, and it seems she actually just loves jumping in the water.